Welcome back, peeps. Today we're talking about decorating with plants, keeping them looking fresh year-round, what looks good together, kind of how we can keep it fresh, and the way we can kind of group these plants together to keep them looking great. So let's take a look first at what we got going on out there, and then we can come in here and choose some new plants that we want to have for our display out there. So let's check it out. All right, folks, so you can see here, this is what we got going on. We got the Marble Queen Pothos, a nice little guest area down here. A little planter that's been in there since about 2017, still going strong, looking really good in there. Got the ponytail palm out here. But what we want to look at today is down here. This is what we're going to change out. We got the satin pothos, a golden pothos, some air plants, and an aloe. The air plants are going to stay down there, but we're going to switch out the rest of these three. So we need to pick out some plants. So let's head in there and see what we got to replace these on this shelf. All right, let's see what we got. We got a patchouli plant down there. We got a bunch of cuttings. There's our bougainvillea and gardenia, some hibiscus. I think what we want to look at this time, though, is maybe more of a cactus, dry motif out there. So you can see back there, we got a kalanchoe. I got a couple of cactuses. You know, I think I want to take this one. I'm going to go for this one. So this is a great little cactus here. I want to try this guy out there. These, maybe, probably not. We got the bromeliads. The bromeliads would be great. I'm not sure if that's going to be what we do right now. I might wait until those flower. So what's up on this next shelf? Up here, we got a lot of plants that need some TLC over in this corner here. A lot of this stuff really needs some work. You can see the baby orchids here. Everything's looking kind of rough. So back here we got some Portulacaria afra that are looking okay, but those are a little small for out there. Now this cactus, I definitely want to take this out there, I think. So this one I'm gonna keep. So let's put this up here with all the keepers. So we'll put that one there. You can see my orchids up here. These guys are here in the ICU. I've been misting them. I did some really, some hard root work on them. They were looking kind of rough. I cut the flower spikes off, so hopefully I can rejuvenate them and get them back out there. Let's see, I'll put this guy up here. That guy's coming with us. So what else? All right, so we got some other stuff. I'm not sure if this stuff down here would look great out there. That jade back there would look really good. I'm gonna do some work on that soon though. Up here, rosemary. You can see my dwarf aloe back there is flowered recently, and it was looking really cool. That's never flowered before. But a few rosemaries, another Portulacaria afra. Now this guy, this is a little Echeveria. I think I want this guy to come. See if I can grab it without knocking any leaves off. So this is I believe a dark prince or a dark night Echeveria, one of the two. Pretty cool though, so I think that guy's gonna go out there. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, this Aeonium. This is a Kiwi Aeonium tricolor. So I really like this guy. It's got a really cool trunks, and you can see that it's got some really neat aerial roots coming in all over the place. And a lot of them have even anchored down into the soil here. And these Aeoniums get those aerial roots when they get really dry. They'll drop these aerial roots and they'll anchor them right down into the soil, just like an old ficus tree or something. But so you can tell when they're really thirsty for these succulents because they'll start dropping those aerial roots. Like actually there's one up here that I'll show you that I keep really dry, and it's got tons of aerial roots all over the place. So I think I might try this type of look with this Aeonium down here. I love how you can see this guy down here. It's got tons of roots that have anchored into the soil. So what I'd like to do is maybe keep this guy on the dry side and see if I can get a ton of aerial roots. anchoring these guys down into the soil. I think this would give that a really cool look. So that guy's gonna come with us too. So let's check it out. All right, so next we're gonna load up everything we selected and go in, give it a really good water, and then see how it looks on the shelf. Let's go. All right, so on the way out there, we're gonna get everything watered in really well so that we don't need to do it while it's on the shelf. It's gonna be way easier here to give it a good watering and make sure we won't need to do it for a while when they're out on the shelf. So let's get these watered in. We're just gonna let that guy drain out and get the rest of these up on the rack. So I'd like to go with a little bit of kind of a succulent or cactus motif down here. You know, the air plants aren't gonna really fit in with that, but you know, I just like the idea of having the succulents down here because they're still low maintenance. So I'm gonna try a couple of cactuses. Oh, shit. Try it out. You know, I'm not loving it. The size of the plants aren't really fitting together. So you got to really find a combination of things that work. Like the jade is really big, but the cactus is really tiny, you know, and then the portulacaria is not really, you know, in with the size either. Like they're all just kind of, you know, small, medium, and large. You know, I'd like everything to kind of fit together a little bit better. So let's try another arrangement. So let's try some larger cactuses down here to see how they fit in. I think that might look a little bit better. The smaller cactuses were just too small for this space, and you know, we're kind of just like, you'd have to get right down here and look at them for them to really be visible. I want to be able to see them from across the room, you know, and have them be proportional to the size of the space. So I think these two look good down here. And, you know, I think this is maybe just still too big comparatively. So I'm going to try and take this out. And let's try the aeonium down here. I think the aeonium could look really good down here. You know, I think they're a little bit more proportional, and it kind of fits in a little bit better. These three kind of go together pretty well. They sort of size up, and they look pretty good together, I think. So I think we need something down here, and we need something there. So I'm going to put another saucer there, and I'm going to take this Echeveria. I think that Echeveria could look good down there. It's starting to look pretty good, I think. Yeah, I think that's fitting together. So, you know, I've also got this little planter here, and I think that might be a nice little way to fill up that empty spot up front. Maybe I'll put some succulents in here. I had that really lanky Sedivaria and some other succulents that need to be cleaned up back there. So they might fill this up really nicely, and they'd go together really well with the terracotta and the cactuses and the whole succulent kind of motif going on down here. I really love this pot with the cracked glaze. I think that looks really nice. So yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna go with this. Let's take a step back and see how it looks. Okay, yeah, you know, I think that's really kind of working out. So let's try and just get these spaced out a little better. Put that in there. So yeah, that works out pretty well. I think that's looking good. Once that gets filled in, that's gonna look really good. And it's kind of balanced and all the plants are sort of the same size.